Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming a how I edit my Instagram pictures video. I thought I would make this for anyone who wants to up their Instagram game and kind of like have the one aesthetic and like not one like color scheme, but you know, keep the same filters and make everything look nice and cohesive. I also did a blog post on this a while back and everything is pretty much still the same, so I will link that blog post down below. But yeah, if you are interested in seeing how I edit my Instagram pictures, then just keep on watching. So for starters, I keep all of the pictures that I think I'm going to upload on Instagram in like a favorites folder. So if you take a picture on your phone and you like it, just click on the little heart that's underneath it and that'll add it to a separate folder. I take so many pictures that I need to do that in order to like see which, you know, what are the good ones, what are the bad ones, you know, stuff like that, so your phone doesn't get like crowded with pictures. So for starters, I like to put all my pictures into VSCO. So this is my photography app. I don't have many apps because I don't do a lot with my pictures. So I just click on VSCO and usually I would add my picture in, but my picture's already added. So there it is, and I usually just click on the second little thing down here and this opens the picture up for filters and everything. So I usually use the filter A6 for my pictures, and it's pretty harsh, but I like to bring it down to about a 5 or a 5.5, and yeah, that just looks pretty good to me. So I do that, and then I start with the exposure and stuff. So for this picture, I don't feel like I really want to add much exposure. I want to keep the darks dark and the lights light, so I just add a little bit of exposure. And then for contrast, I'm going to add a little bit to keep like my dark hair, my dark bag, my dark pants. I want it all to be like really dark up against like my white jacket and the white in the background. So I put it at like 0.5, and then I'll add a little bit of clarity because this specific picture was taken on an iPhone, so just put it up a little bit. The clarity just makes the picture look more clear and just like more like a higher resolution. For saturation, this all depends. Honestly, like all of these things depend on what picture I'm editing. If some pictures are like in the sun and everything is already saturated, I won't add a lot of saturation. But for this, like I said, like I want to keep the darks dark and I want to make like the other stuff pop. So I want the orange to pop and the brick in the background. So I'm gonna add a little bit, put like that, like almost one, and yeah, I just think that looks good. It makes my skin look really good. That's like what's most important to me. I want my skin to look natural and like, I don't know, I think this looks like pretty good to what I look like in person. And then I won't really mess with highlights or shadows because there's nothing really in this picture that I want to highlight. For temperature, I don't really, if you bring it to the left, it makes it more cool. Bring it to the right, it's more warm. But for this picture, I don't think I need any of that, so I'll just leave that. And then for skin tone, I like to usually bring it to the left a little bit because to the right is a little too yellow for me. So yeah, I just put it like right there. I think that looks pretty good. And yeah, that's all I usually do for VSCO. So then I'll hit save, and I'll just save that to my camera roll. And then I go back to my photography folder and I open up Snapseed, and for this I usually just will make things that I want to be bright. I don't really use it for anything else, so I'll take this tool, I'll go into the tools, and then I hit selective, and I just hit this little circle down here and I just hit where I want it to be. I just tap where I want it to be like brighter. So over here where it's white, I want to bring the brightness up a little, and then right here behind my head, bring it up a little. And then over here by this plant, just bring that up a little, and I'll also like put a little bit on my shoes just to make them pop out a little. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Everything looks like nice and bright. And then after that, I'll just hit export, and I'll hit save, and I hit modify, so that way this is the only picture that will save. It won't save the old one and this one. I don't like to have too many pictures in my camera roll, so that way you just have the final picture. Then I go back to photography and I open up the Unum app. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's UNUM. And I already have that picture in there, but I will put another one in. So this is what my Instagram looks like so far. And once you upload the pictures, you can like delete them from the preview. So let's see, I'll put this picture in and see if it looks good. So then that would be what it looked like. And you can just move things around, like you can see what your pictures will look like in the future. So that's what it would look like. I probably wouldn't put it there. I don't know. I just don't like how there's two of me standing on top of each other. So I might do something like this. And there's two next to each other. I don't like that. So yeah, and you just can move things around and just see like what it will look like with your feed. And I think this is really helpful for people who want their feed to kind of like flow and like go together. So I love this app, and you can move everything around and like see what it would look like, you know, if I put this here and that there, and then I obviously wouldn't do that because I don't want two with the same coat on top of each other. So yeah, and I would just play around with it there. So then I would literally just bring it over here to my socials app, my socials folder, and put it into Instagram. And we're on the wrong Instagram. So yeah, and then I just bring it in and I hit this little arrow just to make it so you can see my whole body, and then I bring it up so you can see my shoes, and I would hit next. And yeah, I don't use any of these filters or anything like that. I just hit next again, and I would write a caption, and yeah, and that's all I would do. And yeah, so that is all I do to edit my pictures. It's really nothing crazy, nothing too intense. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I hope you guys got some good tips or even inspiration to make your Instagram really cute and cohesive. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.